Welcome to a brand new video from Love Dogs. Today we're going to guide you through the process of giving your dog a standard haircut. Grooming your dog at home can be a fun and fulfilling bonding experience, but it's essential to remember that it does take some skill, knowledge, and the right techniques. If you're new to grooming or feel unsure at any point, don't hesitate to take your canine companion to a professional groomer. Their experience will ensure your dog stays comfortable and looks great. Before we dive into the tutorial, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest pet care tips, grooming advice, and all things dog-related. We're here to help you give your dog the best care possible. Now let's get started and transform your furry friend into the best groomed pup on the block. Step 1. Bathing your dog, the first step to a fresh and clean grooming session. The first and most important step in giving your dog a fantastic haircut is making sure they're clean and comfortable. Start by giving your dog a bath using a high-quality, neutral dog-specific shampoo. It's crucial to choose a shampoo that's designed for dogs, as human shampoos can irritate their skin and strip away natural oils. A gentle, balanced shampoo will help keep their coat healthy, shiny, and free of buildup. When you start lathering your dog, pay special attention to the areas that tend to collect more dirt, like the legs and muscles. These spots need a little extra care, as they can often become matted or dirty, especially if your dog loves running around outside. Take your time to scrub gently but thoroughly to ensure every inch of your dog's coat is clean. One thing to remember is the ears. They're delicate and can easily get waterlogged, which can lead to irritation or infection. Either be super careful when rinsing around the ears or use earplugs designed for dogs to keep water from getting in. This simple step will help prevent any discomfort and ensure your dog's grooming experience is as stress-free as possible. After the bath, give your dog some time to relax and enjoy the experience. A calm and clean pup is the perfect start to a great grooming session. Ready to move on to the next step? Let's get drying. Step 2. Drying your dog, the key to a perfect grooming base. Once your dog is clean and fresh, it's time to move on to the drying process. Proper drying is essential to prepare your dog's coat for the trim, as damp fur can make grooming more challenging and could even lead to uneven cuts. Start by gently towel drying your dog to remove the excess water. Use a soft towel to blot the fur rather than rubbing it, as this helps avoid tangles and keeps your dog comfortable. Make sure to dry every part of their body, including the legs, tail, and ears. These areas can often retain moisture longer. Next, grab a hairdryer, preferably on a low heat setting to avoid overheating your dog, and a comb. Using the hairdryer, start drying the fur, working your way from the top of the body down. Keep the dryer moving constantly to avoid hot spots that could irritate your dog's skin. While drying, use the comb to gently separate the fur and remove any knots or tangles. This is the perfect time to check for any mats that might have formed around the legs or neck. Take your time and carefully detangle as you go. By the end of this step, your dog should be almost completely dry, with their coat soft and smooth, ready for the next phase. Step 3. Detangling the knots, giving your dog's coat the care it deserves. Now that your dog's fur is dry, it's time to tackle any stubborn knots or tangles that might have developed. This step is especially important for dogs with longer or thicker coats, as even a small knot can become a larger issue if not handled properly. Start by using a specialized detangling comb, which is designed to gently break apart tangles without pulling too hard on your dog's skin. Begin at the tips of the fur and work your way up, using slow and gentle strokes. Don't rush this part. Taking your time ensures that the knots come out smoothly without causing your dog discomfort. Pay close attention to areas that are more prone to tangling, like the legs, behind the ears, and around the tail. These areas tend to form mats quickly if they're not regularly combed out. For particularly tough knots, you may want to use a bit of dog-friendly detangler spray to help ease the process. If you come across any mats between the paw pads or on the legs, carefully separate the fur using your fingers first, then trim away the mats with small scissors if necessary. Remember, this is a delicate step, and it's crucial to maintain a calm, soothing environment for your dog throughout. Once all the knots and tangles are removed, you'll have a beautifully smooth and ready-to-groom coat. Now your dog is one step closer to looking their absolute best, and it's time to move on to the next step: trimming those paws. Step 4. Grooming the paws, perfectly trimmed for comfort and style. Now that your dog's coat is dead-angled and smooth, it's time to focus on the paws. The paws are an essential part of your dog's grooming routine, and trimming them properly can make a huge difference in their comfort and overall look. Start by gently lifting each paw, and using small, sharp scissors, carefully trim the fur between the pads. This is a delicate area, so take your time and make small snips to avoid accidentally cutting too close to the skin. If your dog is sensitive in this area, be extra gentle and go slowly, as paw trimming can sometimes feel a bit unusual for them. The goal is to remove any excess fur that might cause discomfort, get caught on things, or trap dirt. Once you've trimmed the fur between the pads, move on to the edges of the paws. For a neat and rounded finish, you can trim the hair around the edge of each paw using scissors or clippers. If your dog is calm and relaxed, you can even set the paw down on the ground and use the scissors to trim evenly around the edge, giving a uniform, rounded appearance. This simple touch can make your dog's paws look sleek and polished, and it will help them walk more comfortably, especially on hard floors. Step 5. Shaving the underbelly, keeping things clean and fresh. Next, we'll tackle the underbelly, an area that's crucial for maintaining both hygiene and a well-groomed appearance. Start by using clippers to shave the fur on the underbelly, following the natural direction of the hair growth. This part of the grooming process is especially important because the underbelly tends to get more dirty and matted, especially if your dog is active outdoors or likes to roll around. Keeping this area short helps minimize staining and odors, ensuring your dog stays fresh and clean. For male dogs, this step is particularly important. Shaving the underbelly can help prevent urine smells from lingering and keep your dog feeling comfortable. When using clippers, be sure to use a gentle touch and work slowly, moving in the same direction as the hair grows to get an even cut. As you reach the midpoint of the belly, follow the natural curve of your dog's body to ensure a smooth, symmetrical look. Once the clippers have done their job, take a moment to check over the entire belly area. You might need to go over a few spots with small scissors to fine-tune the shape and remove any stray bits of fur. After finishing the underbelly, your dog should be left with a clean, neat appearance that not only looks great, but also helps maintain better hygiene. Ready to move on to the next step? We're getting closer to a perfectly groomed pup. Step 6. Shaping with scissors, the fine details for a polished look. Now that the bulk of the grooming is done, it's time to dive into the finer details. This is where you can really begin to see the transformation in your dog's appearance. The right scissors are essential for creating smooth, clean lines and ensuring your dog looks sharp and stylish. We're going to be using 3 different types of scissors for this step: curved scissors, straight scissors, and thinning shears. Each tool has a specific purpose, so let's break them down. Start by using curved scissors to shape the lower part of your dog's belly and sides. The curved blade allows you to follow the natural contours of your dog's body and create soft, rounded edges. Work gently, trimming any excess fur and ensuring a symmetrical and clean shape. It's important to take your time with this, as the curves need to flow naturally with your dog's body. Next, grab your straight scissors for the straight edges. Use these around the paws and legs to tidy up the areas where the fur might be growing unevenly. Straight scissors are also great for trimming along the back and sides to create a sharp, defined look. This will give your dog a more structured and well-groomed appearance. Finally, take your thinning shears and run them over areas where you want to reduce volume, such as the body and tail. Thinning shears are perfect for blending the cut and ensuring the coat doesn't look too bulky or uneven. They're also great for softening any harsh lines, giving your dog a more natural, flowing look. With these 3 tools, your dog's coat will have that perfectly groomed, professional finish, the kind you'd expect from a top-tier groomer. Step 7. Grooming the back and tail, finishing with precision and style. We're almost there. Now it's time to focus on the back and tail, 2 areas that really set the tone for a sleek, well-groomed appearance. Let's start with the tail. The tail is an area that often gets overlooked, but it's just as important as the rest of the body when it comes to grooming. Begin by carefully combing through the tail to remove any tangles or mats. The tail tends to get more knotted than other areas, especially if your dog has longer fur. Take your time and make sure it's fully dead-angled before you start trimming. Once the tail is smooth, you can use your curved scissors to shape the fur. Trim the fur along the tail in small, careful strokes, following the natural curve of the tail. The goal is to create a clean, rounded tip that looks neat and well-maintained. Don't cut too much off. You want the tail to look natural and in proportion with the rest of the body. After the tail, move on to the back. For a clean, uniform finish, use your straight scissors to tidy up any uneven spots along the back. Trim any excess fur around the neck and spine, and make sure the edges are even on both sides. You'll want to make sure there are no noticeable lines or gaps between the trimmed areas and the natural coat, so take care to blend the cut. By now your dog should have a well-groomed, polished back and tail, two areas that add a lot to their overall appearance. These finishing touches help bring everything together and ensure your dog's grooming is both precise and stylish. Ready for the next step? Let's keep going. Step 8. Grooming the head and face. A neat and loving finish. Now we're moving on to one of the most delicate and important parts of the grooming process. The head and face. This is where your dog's personality truly shines, and a little attention to detail goes a long way in ensuring they look sharp and fresh. Start by carefully combing through your dog's head and face to remove any tangles or mats, particularly around the ears and the muzzle area. Be gentle as you work through these areas, as they can be more sensitive, especially near the eyes and nose. Once the fur is dead angled, you can begin trimming the fur around the eyes. This area can easily become tear-stained, so it's important to trim the excess fur to keep things neat and tidy. Use small, rounded-tip scissors for this part to avoid accidentally poking your dog's sensitive eyes. Carefully snip the fur around the eyes, ensuring you don't trim too much, just enough to make the eyes stand out more clearly. Next, work on the snout. Gently hold your dog's face so they feel secure and calm, and trim the fur along the edges of the snout to create a rounded, clean shape. This helps your dog look neat while keeping their facial features defined. Be extra cautious here. This area can be tricky, especially if it's your first time. The key is to take small snips and move slowly. When finished, your dog's face will have a polished, sharp look that complements their overall grooming style. Step 9. Trimming the ears clean, tidy, and fabulous. The ears are another key part of your dog's grooming routine, and a neat ear trim can make a huge difference in their appearance. Start by carefully combing through the fur around the ears to remove any tangles or knots. Ears tend to collect hair more quickly, so be sure to check thoroughly. Once the fur is smooth, you can begin trimming the edges of the ears. Use your thinning shears to trim away any excess hair around the edges, carefully following the natural shape of the ear. You don't want to take too much off, just enough to keep the ears looking neat and tidy. The thinning shears will give you more control and precision, ensuring a natural, soft look. After trimming with the thinning shears, go over the ears with straight scissors to clean up any stray hairs and refine the edges. You want the ears to have a soft, rounded look that complements the rest of your dog's features. Remember, the ears are sensitive, so keep your dog calm and relaxed during this step, offering praise and rewards to keep them feeling comfortable. By the end of this step, your dog's ears will look sleek and refined, completing the grooming process beautifully. Step 10. Final touches, polishing for perfection. We're in the final stretch now. After all the hard work, it's time to put those finishing touches on your dog's grooming. This is when you'll go over every little detail, ensuring your dog looks absolutely perfect. Start by giving your dog's coat a final once-over. Check for any uneven areas or spots you may have missed. Use your curved scissors to fine-tune any edges that need a little more shaping, especially around the belly, tail, and legs. Remember to keep everything flowing smoothly and naturally, blending the trims with the rest of the coat for a seamless look. Next, take your thinning shears and run them over any areas that might still have a little too much volume, such as the body or the back. This step helps to soften the overall look, creating a more refined and natural finish. Finally, give your dog a quick once-over with the comb, making sure there are no stray hairs sticking out. Brush through the fur one last time to ensure everything is in place. And don't forget to give your dog lots of love and praise throughout the process. Positive reinforcement will help them feel comfortable and relaxed, which is key to a stress-free grooming session. With everything polished and perfected, your dog is now looking sharp, fresh, and ready to show off their new look. Whether you're getting ready for a special occasion or just want your pup to look their best, this grooming routine will leave them feeling fantastic. Keeping your dog calm. The key to a positive grooming experience. A calm dog makes for a smoother and safer grooming process. To keep your dog relaxed, start by choosing a quiet, distraction-free area. If it's their first grooming session, introduce them to the grooming tools beforehand to help reduce fear. Use positive reinforcement throughout the process. Reward your dog with praise, treats, and affection after each step. If they become anxious, take a break and let them relax before continuing. Never rush. This can increase stress and create negative associations with grooming. Approach grooming with love, patience, and gentleness, and it will not only keep your dog calm but also make the experience enjoyable for both of you. And there you have it, a complete step-by-step guide to giving your dog a fabulous, professional-looking haircut right at home. By following these simple but effective techniques, you can ensure your dog gets the best grooming experience, all while staying calm and comfortable. Remember, patience is key, as well as using the right tools for the job. With a gentle touch and careful attention to detail, you can help your dog look their absolute best and feel great throughout the process. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with more helpful dog care tips and grooming tutorials from Love Dogs. We're here to help you provide the best care for your furry friends. Thanks so much for watching. We hope to see you in the next video. Until then, happy grooming and give your pup lots of love.